Once upon a time, on a wide, shimmering ocean, a ship sailed with its confident captain, Sindbad, and his brave crew. The voyage was peaceful until one fateful night when a thick, mysterious fog rolled in, wrapping the ship like a giant blanket. It was so dense that the crew could barely see their own hands. "But fear not, my friends," Sindbad called out bravely. "We'll sail through it safely." Sindbad was known for his adventurous spirit and was determined to lead his crew confidently through the fog. As the ship gently rocked in the calm waves, something strange began to happen. Out of the mist, a ghostly ship appeared, silently creeping alongside them. Its sails were tattered, and its deck looked like a haunted relic of times gone by. It was as if the ghost ship had sailed straight out of a forgotten legend. The crew's excitement quickly turned into shivers of fear, and they whispered to each other, "We should flee. This ship is nothing but a ghost." But Sindbad, ever the curious adventurer, was intrigued. "No, friends, this is an adventure calling to us," he exclaimed with a sparkle in his eyes. "We may discover something magical." His heart pounded with excitement, and he couldn't resist the pull of a mystery waiting to be unraveled. With careful steps, Sindbad decided to climb aboard the ghost ship. The wind whispered through the torn sails, playing a sad, eerie tune. "Hello? Anybody here?" Sindbad called out softly. But there was no answer, only the sound of the waves lulled like old lullabies. On the deck, Sindbad found an ancient, jewel-encrusted chest. The crew gathered around, their fears melting into wonder. "Maybe this ship is not haunted, but enchanted," Sindbad mused. He opened the chest slowly, half expecting it to contain treasure or clues about the ship's mysterious origins. Inside the chest, they found a glowing map that seemed to shimmer with magic. A path was marked that led to an island no one had ever heard of. "This is our next adventure," Sindbad declared with a joyful grin. And so, with their hearts free of fear and full of excitement, Sindbad and his crew set sail once more, ready to embark on an adventure of enchanted islands and maybe even more ghost ships. This was just another chapter in the endless voyage of the legendary explorer, Sindbad the Sailor. In the heart of the endless sea, on a misty night, Sindbad found himself aboard a ghostly ship. Its sails were tattered, but it drifted silently like a specter in the moonlit ocean. The air was filled with a chill that seemed to reach into the very bones. As Sindbad walked across the creaky deck, he heard whispers, soft and eerie. From the shadows, translucent figures began to emerge, their shapes shimmering like light through water. They were sailors of long ago, pirates frozen in time by an ancient spell. Their faces wore expressions of sorrow and regret, forever trapped between existence and oblivion. Among them was a tall man with a regal stride and a ghostly beard, Captain Czar, the leader of the Phantom crew. "Welcome, brave traveler," Captain Czar spoke in a voice that seemed to echo from a distant past. "We have been imprisoned by a cruel curse, placed upon us when we dared steal treasure from a sacred island." Sindbad listened intently, his heart full of curiosity and compassion for these doomed souls. "We took what was not ours," Captain Czar continued, "and for that, we are doomed to sail through eternity, never to rest, never to find peace." The pirates around him nodded, their eyes pleading with silent desperation. They told Sindbad how they wished for freedom, how the curse had made them wanderers of the sea, unseen and unheard by the living. Captain Czar begged Sindbad, "Can you help us break this curse? With your courage and wisdom, perhaps you can find a way." Always one for adventure and the challenge of a quest, Sindbad felt the weight of their plea tugging at his spirit. "I will try," he promised bravely. "I will journey to the sacred island and return what you've taken." The Phantom crew let out sighs of hopeful relief. Their shapes seemed to glow a little brighter. Sindbad knew it would take more than mere bravery. It would take his cleverness and the ability to look beyond the surface of things. Thus began his journey, a quest not only to free the pirate souls, but also to unlock the mysteries of magic that bound them. With the moon guiding his way, Sindbad prepared to set sail to the magical island, where the secret to lifting the curse lay hidden. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a daring sailor named Sindbad. Sindbad was not just any sailor, he was known for his brave adventures across the seven seas. One day, Sindbad heard tales of a ghostly crew trapped on a mystical ship, endlessly searching for a stolen treasure. Intrigued by the legend, Sindbad set his sails towards the horizon, guided only by the clues whispered to him in the night wind. His voyage led him to an unexpected sight, a rugged, mysterious island surrounded by swirling mist and whispers that echoed of secrets long hidden. As Sindbad anchored his ship near the island, he spotted what seemed like a temple rising amidst the dense forests. The stone walls glistened under the sun, made eerie by the ancient vines clinging to them as if hiding the tales of the past. Courageously, Sindbad ventured into the depths of the temple. Inside the temple, Sindbad's eyes widened as he stumbled upon a magnificent sight, a golden chalice, sitting majestically on an altar. The chalice shone brightly, illuminating the dark corners of the ancient temple, casting shadows that danced like they were alive. Before Sindbad could reach for the chalice, he heard a voice, a gentle yet wise voice. "Who dares enter my sanctuary?" said an old owl perched atop a crumbling pillar, its feathers graying with wisdom. Sindbad, never one to shy away, bravely replied, "I am Sindbad the sailor, here to return the stolen treasure." The owl's eyes twinkled as it explained the true curse of the treasure. Long ago, this chalice was taken by pirates, bound by greed. "Return it to its rightful place, and the ghostly crew shall be freed," hooted the owl with an air of ancient knowledge. Sindbad listened intently, aware that his quest was not merely about treasure, but about helping those trapped by time. He lifted the chalice carefully, its weight solid, yet filled with the hope of liberation. With the treasure returned, Sindbad embarked on his next adventure, knowing he had lifted a curse and made history come alive once more. And thus, the island, once echoed by lament, sang with freedom again. In the faraway lands where the sky kissed the endless sea, there lived a brave sailor named Sindbad. His adventures were famed all across the lands and seas, tales told of his courage and daring exploits. One day, Sindbad embarked on a new voyage that was unlike any he had faced before. His quest was to find the lost and cursed chalice, a golden goblet that legends said could end the terrible storms that plagued the seas. With his loyal crew, Sindbad sailed for days on end, braving rough waves and tumultuous skies. Finally, amidst swirling mists and eerie shadows, Sindbad found the chalice. It was hidden within the heart of a treacherous cave, guarded by the winds and the sounds of distant thunder. With a heart full of determination, Sindbad retrieved the chalice. However, as he emerged from the cave, the weather turned suddenly. The sky darkened, clouds black as coal rushed in, and the sea roared with fury. A storm was brewing, more violent than any Sindbad had ever seen. The wind screamed, trying to snatch the chalice from his hands. Out of the stormy haze appeared the ghost ship, one that belonged to sailors long lost to sea. It seemed alive, battling the monstrous waves and the piercing strikes of lightning. Its ethereal form glided over the waves, as if drawn by the power of the chalice. Sindbad knew what he had to do. With steely resolve, he climbed the mast of the spectral ship, clutching the chalice tightly. As he reached the top, he placed the chalice upon the mast. Instantly, a wondrous light burst forth from the chalice, casting a glow that pierced through the stormy gloom. The curse shattered. The storm calmed, The waves gentled into ripples, and the lightning faded away. A hush fell over the sea as the ghost ship vanished into the mists, freed at last from its eternal torment. Sindbad climbed down, breathing a sigh of relief, his heart singing with the knowledge that he had saved the seas from relentless storms. He returned home as a hero once more, his legend growing even larger with deeds of valor and wisdom, ready for the next adventure that the sea would bring. Once upon a time on the high seas, there lived a brave sailor named Sindbad. Sindbad was known far and wide for his courage and kind heart, and he traveled the world looking for exciting adventures to share with his crew. One day, while sailing through misty waters, Sindbad and his crew came across a strange, ghostly ship. It seemed to appear and disappear in the fog, hauntingly beautiful, but filled with shadows. Inside the eerie ship were ghosts that had been cursed for centuries. They were trapped on the ship until they found someone brave enough to help them. Sindbad, never one to shy away from helping someone in need, promised the ghosts he'd help lift their curse. The ghosts were grateful, sharing with him the tale of their plight. Long ago, they had wronged a powerful enchantress who cursed them to sail the seas eternally until someone kind-hearted showed them mercy. Sindbad listened with compassion, and with his crew's help, they gathered rare herbs, whispered magical incantations, and performed the ritual of freedom under the moonlit sky. As the last words of the ritual were spoken, the ghostly ship shone brightly, transforming before their eyes and releasing the souls aboard. Free at last, the ghosts thanked Sindbad and his crew for their bravery and kindness. The ship transformed into a shimmering light before vanishing into the sky. With the curse lifted and the spirits at peace, Sindbad's crew hailed him as a hero. Sindbad smiled, proud of the adventure they'd shared, knowing they had done something truly wonderful. Returning home, Sindbad and his crew were greeted as heroes. They shared tales of the cursed crew's redemption, spreading the story far and wide. The adventure was etched in the hearts of all who heard it, reminding everyone of the power of courage and compassion. And so, Sindbad the sailor continued his voyages, always ready for the next adventure that awaited him on the shimmering seas.